So just the other day, Arrow Season 7 came to an end, and with that, I've decided not to do a ranking of all the Arrow seasons because realistically that would require a lot of rewatching and a lot of time that I do not have to check out Seasons 1 through 6 again. Instead, I'm just going to do a video talking all about Season 7, the things that I liked, the things that I didn't like, and overall my thoughts, especially talking about how the season ended. So let's dive right in, guys. What's up, YouTube? My name is Ryan Ramakrishnan. Welcome to the channel if you guys are new around here, and welcome back if you're a returning viewer or subscriber. I like talking about video games, movies, and TV shows, and today we're going to have a discussion about Arrow Season 7. Like I said in the intro, if you have not seen Season 7's finale, I would probably avoid this video if you don't want to be spoiled, but if you don't care about the spoilers or if you are caught up, hopefully you are in the right place.
Morning 4587. Beautiful day.
Right away, I think the first important thing to take note of, the villains in this season were lacking. And that is a big problem because behind every great superhero story has to, or at least ideally should be, a great supervillain, of course. But I didn't really think Emiko was all that amazing.
After keeping a low profile since his release last week, Oliver Queen will make his first public appearance tonight at a gala supporting prison reform. But will Star City welcome back its former vigilante with open arms? Or has public opinion soured against the Green Arrow now that we know who's under that hood?
You see, like so many of you guys out there, I thought that villains like Deathstroke and Prometheus were really awesome, and I was a little disappointed with the Ninth Circle overall, if I'm being completely honest. You see, the thing is, I thought that Emiko was a character with a little potential, and there was that cool idea of a character from Oliver's family he didn't even know about, didn't even know that she existed, and her coming into his life and causing problems, but also, on the other end of the spectrum, seeming like a character that could have been family and could have been an ally to Oliver, and Oliver sort of figuring out whether or not he was going to be able to save this girl from being a villain. I was admittedly pretty disappointed. I thought that she was not the menacing threat that she was potentially going to be. And the Ninth Circle and Dante and all these names that didn't mean anything, I didn't like them that much.
You lied to me. You betrayed me. And you killed my brother.
To an even more of a greater extent, if you will, I felt the same way about the longbow hunters. I didn't think that they were all that amazing. I kind of didn't like that part of the season early on, and while Ricardo Diaz is a villain who has been fleshed out, and I did like him going into the ending of Season 6 and of course in the beginning of Season 7, which I will certainly be talking about that part of this season very soon, but I didn't think the longbow hunters were great, and I didn't think that the Ninth Circle was great. Emiko and the way it ended for her, you know, it is what it is. I just wasn't amazed by it, and in the end, I think they missed the mark with her.
I'm sorry.
I know it's okay.
You need to hide. Your family's gonna die. I'm sure of it. You need to hide Felicity and the baby. Wanted to be a queen.
But back to the beginning of Season 7, I was happy with Ricardo Diaz's presence. Even though Season 6 was a really weak season, I did enjoy what happened in Slabside a whole lot. I thought that the prison stuff was top of the line, like peak Arrow, and in all honesty, I really enjoyed it, and I was super impressed with a lot of those episodes. I believe there was about 7 or 8 episodes. And of course, I always remember Season 7, I guess it was Episode 7, the Slabside Redemption. An incredible episode because of how much high tension and action and awesome stuff going on in there. And all the episodes building up to that, since Oliver was put into prison after Season 6 ended with him saying,
I am the Green Arrow.
taking that fault just to save Felicity from Diaz, pretty much. I really like that. It was really interesting seeing the study of Oliver in prison, the arc that he had where he felt like he was bad and everything, and, you know, following his father's footsteps, which sort of came full circle in the ending with Emiko's presence. I guess that was one good thing that came out of it. And the people in prison really going after him because of all the things he's done as Green Arrow. Even though he's been a hero, he's also put half these guys in that prison, and there was a lot of awesome action in there and a lot of tension being built when he was just sitting there, minding his own business and getting attacked. And I really liked all the characters that were in prison with him as well. The main forces, of course, being like Turner and Brick. I really liked those characters.
You shouldn't have been so mean to me.
Stanley became like a maniac, and I really liked that he ended up showing up later on in the season at one point. That was great. The arc with him and Oliver and the relationship they built, or that he thought that he had this big friendship with him and stuff, and the mental insanity that Stanley had, that was interesting. I liked that Turner ended up becoming like a good guy and joining Team Arrow in the final fight in the season finale was kind of awesome. I would absolutely love to see him join the team in the future, whatever that team may look like. I think that would be great. All of the tension, like I said, overall in the prison was great. There was a lot of crazy stuff going on in there. Really interesting, well-written, high tension and drama and action. And like I said, that was just some of the best stuff that Arrow has done yet. But of course, after that, it sort of went downhill a little bit. Then we get to all those villains, which I mentioned. And a lot of random things happened, which I didn't care that much about. I can't even think off the top of my head about half the stuff that happened. And I know that William was sent to go live with his grandparents, which was not bad. I definitely thought that there was some good stuff with the family in this season. Overall, a lot of the middle stuff and even leading to the end was not that great, and that kind of sucks because the beginning was amazing.
I promised myself I'm never gonna die in prison. I'm gonna take you with me.
Are you sure about that?
I did think that they wrote the family stuff well in this season, and that sort of ties into Star City 2040 in the future and whatnot. And of course, there's also big problems I have with that as well. The flash forward stuff was potentially really great, but at the same time, I felt like it took away from what was and is an interesting storyline because, well, Oliver Queen is dead, right? You see the grave, it says, whatever year he's born, in 2019, and it's so implied in these flash forward events that there's no more Oliver Queen, and Felicity, she became some sort of criminal like her father, which I don't care much about either. And she ended up with a bunch of these other characters. It's like so many people are there in the future, and it was cool seeing people together, and there were some things I liked, but overall the flash forwards, I felt like they were just, I don't even know what was going on with like Galaxy 1 and whatnot. I thought it really lost me. Even though I liked some of the stuff. I liked Mia. I thought that she was really cool. Good character. I would like to see more of her. I thought that William was pretty good in the future as well. There was some stuff, like I said. There was some great action and stuff, and I thought it was like a cool setting, cool vibes about this dystopia and stuff, but I just don't know if it was really as good as like a flashback that came full circle, and I'm not sure if it's really something I appreciate as much as I would have liked to. But I did like that Mia and William got to meet each other and, build this sibling relationship, which they never got to have. And it was even alluded to at the ending where, in the ending of Modern Day, where like Felicity's like, hey, maybe we can get some arrangements and get William over here. So his little sister needs him and stuff like that. And, I think that they did a good job with that, and they did a good job with them kind of in their relationships individually with Felicity because she was regretting a lot and, felt bad that she wasn't being a good parent. But at the same time, they thought that about her, but she was just trying to do what's right for her kids.
You okay? Yeah. I wanted to say goodbye to both of you.
Here?
Just wanted us to be all together one last time.
And Felicity Smoke is not the best character, but she's not the worst. I think that she's gotten pretty good as opposed to where she was at one point when they started writing her to be really annoying and stuff. I want to say it was like season 3 or 4. At one point she was not so great, but now I think that, she's not bad, and they had a good send-off to her in the season finale because she's done. Apparently the actress is Emily Bett Rickards is not returning, and that's the end of Felicity Smoke. We see the Monitor bring her to some place where she clenches her wedding ring, and she takes it and she says, I know, she's going to this place that she can't return from, and it's kind of weird. I definitely have some questions about what this whole crisis is going to be about.
I'm ready.
I'm not sure if it's really necessary that the season has to build up to one crossover, but this crossover might not just be a small crossover. This might be like the core meat and potatoes of season 8, and there might be some really exciting stuff with a lot of characters in there and stuff, and I'm thinking that I'm extremely excited for that. I just don't know if they're doing too much to focus on that, because the Monitor coming back at the ending was a little bit strange to end Arrow like this. And overall, I just am excited, but I'm also a little worried.
I've seen your future, Oliver. Inexorable and unavoidable. I have watched you die.
During this crisis,
I am truly sorry.
I would say that ultimately Arrow's season 7 was not as good as it could have been. I think that it missed its potential and missed the mark in a lot of ways because the villains were just not great. There were just so many things that happened that just didn't mean much to me, and that is kind of a trend, sadly, in a lot of the other seasons as well, I feel like, with the exception of a few of the best ones, of course. But there was also some good stuff. Emiko Queen, while she and her dynamic with Oliver definitely missed the mark. I thought that the writers did a good enough job with the other family dynamics in there, because we got, like I said, Mia and William with Felicity, and Oliver and Felicity's relationship is back and better than ever. Them moving out and trying to establish this new life that they want to have in peace away from Star City. I like that, and I'm also pretty happy with everything that happened in prison. That was awesome, extremely exciting stuff. I just wish that we got more of it, or I wish that the show continued to maintain such awesome momentum. But also, one other thing I think I need to point out is that Team Arrow, while they've been shaky, of course, I want to say it was season 6, which would be last season, right, where they just hated each other and broke this trust and whatnot, and it got really melodramatic and annoying. Renee and Dinah, they're not bad, but they do bother me sometimes. But the team overall has a nice emotional dynamic. They're like family, and I really like that. In the end, it's like, all thanks to Team Arrow, we did this, and that's nice. Oliver appreciates his team, and I think it's a sweet send-off for Team Arrow, because now things are going to be huge and different, and I don't know what to expect, but I'm excited.
it's been a long time thinking about my legacy as the Green Arrow. I always hoped it would be saving the city. But now I know that my greatest legacy, this team. I started this mission alone. I was certain that I would end it alone. But the truth of the matter is that every bit of success that I've had along the way is because of all of you. The city is safe because of your courage, your compassion, your selflessness, your loyalty.
So guys, that's all I have to say about Arrow Season 7. Definitely had some high moments, but also a lot of low moments, I guess, if you could say that. Just kind of missed its mark a lot, but I was, in the end, ultimately not as disappointed as I was with, say, season, I think it was 6 or 4. My main thing is I'm just really excited to see how it's going to end and how they're going to wrap everything up. And Oliver Queen's story is coming to an end, and I think they're doing a pretty good job with that, at the very least. So, guys, let me know in the comments below your thoughts about Season 7 of Arrow. Did you like it? Did you like Emiko? Did you like the Ninth Circle? Did you want to see Oliver stay in prison for longer? Did you like the future stuff and Star City 2040, the flash forward stuff? Did you enjoy that, or were you just uninterested in it? Let me know all your thoughts in the comments below, guys. Let's talk about Arrow, and if you want to see my reactions to the season finale of Flash and how I felt about the season overall, well, there will also be a video for that at some point soon. I will make sure that you guys get a link to that in the description below, unless I upload them the other way around. I'm not actually sure yet at the time of recording. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Maybe consider hitting that subscribe, like I said, if you want to see some more videos like this. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate it, and I hope to see you guys all in the next video.